Good evening. Again, it's Linda Samuda, a Glen Ellen resident. In regards to the ad hoc committee forum to review the obscene books, Gender Queer and All Boys Are Blue, the board and the public need to know who is on this committee, helping to make the decisions on whether these books remain in our Glenbard libraries. 170 parents and community members sent emails to the ad hoc committee and board with their concerns for this pornography. This ad hoc committee meeting this week has 14 D87 staff members on it. There is also a community member on this committee who was asked to be removed by several invited speakers due to her being a part of a social media mob who made attacks towards myself, my husband, and our 19-year-old daughter. Our home was even vandalized. After showing the evidence to superintendent and was principal, they decided to keep this individual on the committee. We were told 22 people were invited to join this committee, but only this person replied. Out of the 18 ad hoc committee members, 14 are Glenbard D87 staff. Only 4 are community members. All Glenbard District 87 principals and librarians are on this committee, and they have already made the decision to keep these obscene books. So there are already 8 known votes to keep the book. Then there are 3 English teachers, 1 social studies department chair, and 2 D87 office staff. Parents and community members should know that the board has decided to make this a closed meeting, and we've been told no video or recording, which almost certainly violates the Illinois Open Meetings Act. This is wrong. The public should be involved. The 170 parents and community members who took the time to email the ad hoc committee should have the opportunity to speak. Excellence in education, I'd say that does not include obscene sexual graphics and language. I want to strongly restate, this is not about heterosexual or homosexual groups. Rather, this is about obscene, graphic, pornographic material that our children are being exposed to. Sadly, our Glenbard schools are embracing this disgusting, soul-destroying, immoral, non-educational material. This has been characterized as supporting diversity. This is not diversity. And the objection to this material is not coming from a hateful perspective. It's about protecting our children and their innocence. Say no to porn and the graphic pictures showing blowjobs, tasting vagina slime, and saying how they learn to have anal sex by watching pornography. We can do much better for our kids. Thank you.
Thank you. Patrick Van Team.
Hi, my name is Patrick Van Team. I was a D87 parent. My kids are now out of the schools. But I'm here for the same reason. Quite honestly, when I found out about 10 days ago that these books were in the library, I'm not only surprised, but disappointed, disgusted, and I could go on and on. So if we look at this, I looked at a portion of the Gender Queer book, and I'm wondering, have you all looked at this and you think this is appropriate for kids 14 to 18? This is just disgusting. And quite honestly, you should all be ashamed. And then as she just said, I find out today, this ad hoc committee, 14 of the people are part of the administration, one way or the other. They're the folks that put these books in there in the first place. Some of them know about it. This is really, really disgusting. It's pornography. You should all be ashamed. All I would say is you really need to get them out of the high school libraries. I will read you the letter, and I want you to pay close attention. I'm a D87 parent taxpayer. Can't believe these books are in our school library. This is clearly pornography. The laws in Illinois state it is illegal to make, sell, or distribute, folks, You are distributing pornography to underage kids. This is clearly not appropriate and disgusting. The pictures certainly depict children under 18, show them in sexual acts, very graphic, as she just said. I won't repeat those things. But how can you possibly think that that's appropriate for our kids? This is being distributed by you in the libraries, by you. That meets the definition in the state of Illinois of pornography. You know what? And I hope people come for you if you don't get them the hell out of the library. Quite honestly, it's hard to believe that we even have to have a committee like this, that this is even a question. I ask that you do the right thing and get them out of the library. None of this is age appropriate. And I know people talk about, you know, you want to censor books from the kids. This is not about censoring any books, anything like that. This is about what's appropriate for the kids in our schools. And you, pastor, come on. This is appropriate? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Susie Warden.
I know you probably have all read it, but I'm gonna kind of stand here with the pictures of this for you guys really quick. I'm sure you've seen it. This is the least of the worrisome of this. But like we said before, this is not about heterosexual or homosexuality. This is about pornography. This is about violation of obscenity law 720 ILCS 5-1120. A person commits obscenity with knowledge. Sorry, I lost my place here. Of the nature or the content thereof, or recklessly failing to exercise reasonable inspection, which would have disclosed the nature or content thereof, he or she publishes exhibits or otherwise makes available anything obscene. This is obscene, this is vulgar, this is lewd, this is pornography. And I don't think any one of you would get up here and talk about what is in these books of boy on boy, girl on girl, older man on younger boy. I mean, it's unbelievable. And we are here as adults. We've seen these, obviously. It makes me cringe, but why would we need this in our school library? The kids can have it on their phone. Let the parents dictate what the children see. And as we all know, we have a problem in our school right now. The Illinois report card says that right here in District 87, our kids are reading and doing math 50%. 50%. And Margaret De La Rosa was boasting that these kids are graduating. Our graduating rate is great. Our passing rate is great. But when you're passing kids with the 50% and 50% of these kids can't read and do math at grade level, and you say the Illinois report card is not right, and we're worried about these staying on our shelves, we got our priorities wrong here, ladies and gentlemen, we really do. And we're not gonna let the public come and say our comments. Why are you hiding? Seems there's an agenda and you're not gonna let the public in. Why? I don't understand. We've got a problem and you're gonna lock us out. I think you better refigure out, let people in, and let's talk about what's important here. Let's talk about where our grades are. What are our important? Let's keep these in the library for what? You know, there's lots of kids that came and spoke about that they like these books in the library. It helps them. great, we can find resources for the kids like that. We can, but I don't think they need to be on the shelf with the library. And I think we need to be more open with how we're going about this. Thank you.
Roman, our kids, D87, what's happening?
Anyone else? Yeah, okay. All right, moving along.
Dr. Lawson, may I just say one thing for a minute before we bring up another committee? Being a pastor here, that when you serve on a board, there's a majority opinion and there's a minority. opinion. Doesn't mean that everybody on the board thinks it's right. I just wanted to say that to the people that keep coming up here attacking me as a pastor. But when you serve on a board, you have to speak with one voice. And I may have a minority opinion, but I have to go along with the majority opinion because a board speaks like that. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate
BOS.
that, though. However, I feel if you have
All
an
right, fine,
opinion,
guys.
there should not be afraid to share.
Point
Okay.
of order.
Yeah, come on, let's go. We've got
It
agenda.
has to be all over me.
If I could just make some.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Monica Moro, and I am one of the candidates that's running for this board. I just like to say quickly, and I apologize, these are all agenda related, but I had no knowledge of what will be covered, presented by the staff. So I just like to quickly reflect on that. I just like to say that everything can be used as tool or as a weapon, depending on how we use it. So on Sora, the reading app on technologies, this is exactly the app that disseminates the pornographic materials among the students. I think that it's not just about wide range of what is available, but also about quality and about making sure that we will follow and comply with the local Illinois laws. On EOS, I just like to say that the profile card, as I saw it, is based on trust and honesty of the student. And I'd like to say that I would like to see parents directly involved in these cards. Thank you, Mr. Kenwood, for your questions on that topic. Because based on that, wherever there's a student struggling academically, on my humble professional standpoint, they also has another issue. They are typically not supported from the family. And if we reach out to the parents, not only with the information, but making them directly involved, we will know right away how much support a kid gets from the family. And then we can kind of, adjust the school approach. I think that it would be really cool, not only informed, but making the parents involved, included in that process. Then on quality and power schools, I consider myself a really good, intelligent parent. I don't use it because either you have a kid, thank you for that smile, Mr. Hill, Mr. Larosa. Either you have a good communication with your kids and you're involved and you know what's going on, or you don't. And if you don't, it means that basically the parents don't care enough. So no technology can really make up for that. And I believe that as far as parent-teacher conferences, the parents of the kids who are underperforming or struggling in any area, there should be the first one to have that slot scheduled and offered. If they don't confirm it, well, too bad, so sad. We cannot twist their arm and do anything, but I think that it should be kind of mandated, a little of pressure. Were my two advice. Then I'd like to say on, the percentage. I think that we saw some impressive graphs and numbers on EOS. I grew up in a country where these data were heavily manipulated in favor of performance. So we were always overperforming. All the plans were met and exceeded on 120%. The reality was tripping behind. I know I'm limited to 3 minutes. I have another slip filled out. Can I extend it by another 3? Okay, I'll come back. Thank you
you.
so much.
Mohammed Chowdhury.
I put some notes to save some time. My name is Mohammed Chaudhary. I live in Glendale Heights. So I have concerns about the ad hoc review committee, book review committee. I'm amazed that I have sent 4 forms for each book, which I have complained about. And I was sent email that you have to read the books before you meet the principals. I do not want to read those books. Those are disgusting books. You might, love to read it because you might have some agenda and you want to go through it. But I do not have any agenda. Those books are against my religious belief. If I read even 1 page, I will vomit. Those are bad books. So I am not invited by that committee. I do not have any trust on that committee, even though I still have a question that what is the power that committee have? Okay. The third thing is why all of the majority of the committee members are the employees, because all this trouble, all this filth is coming because of those same people, the librarians, the assistant librarians, principals, including Mr. Larson. So why do we have to beg into the same people asking to remove those books and review those books? They should not be included on the first part, but even if you want, if there is any policy to cover that, you have to have a fair number of the parents to join that and to be part of it, and their powers should be defined. Third thing is I want a statement of immunity for any of the employees who are paid by state or whoever, that the board give assurance that if they give any comment or they go for removing a book or they mention anything which is wrong with the book, you should be supporting them in advance, that give them immunity, that we are with you, you are not going to lose your job. Because in our neighborhood, I have heard a couple of teachers, principals, they have to be resigned from their job just because they took an action. So it's an indication. It is not random happening that from California to all the way Michigan, the same books are in question. They have been inserted purposely by a significant special purpose group. Okay, and we don't want to close our blind eyes against them. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. I demand that you give that immunity to the employees and to put equal number of parents into that book. Apart from that, you are looking here only.
I'm sorry, your time is up.
Okay, I still want to take that. This neighborhood is growing in the number of mosques. That only the single mosque has 5,000 presence every Friday. Like 6-7 mosques, they are covered, and then we are getting more and more mosques. I just want to give you some insight that this neighborhood, the Muslim community is rushing. Any houses for sale, you might have experience. There's someone coming from California, Georgia, Atlanta, Canada. They want to take that house on any cost. They want to, because this community is coming in this area and they have interest that they want to go to the mosque. And I'm amazed that Mr. Larson's report does not mention that Muslims are significantly taking out their kids. And which Muslim will want to have their kid coming to a school there where the system provides them these pornographic books? Once these books are seen by a kid, they cannot concentrate on their science, they cannot concentrate on their Quran.
Okay.
I cannot,
Thank
pray-
you.
I cannot concentrate on my prayer
Okay.
with these books, okay, so
Mr. Chaudhary,
so
you
you are,
actually exceeded your time.
That's fine.
And then some, but
you are
so
taking it so lightly, okay, and
on the contrary, we're following the process.
you are not following the process, you are
We have a
putting us
process and we
under
are
the-
following the process.
and
You are exceeding your time, so I'm
So
gonna have to
you
go
are
on to the next
putting us
person.
in front of the same people who did this mistake, and that is, you see, these policies are coming that we have to protect our children from sexual abuse, okay? So.
Mr. Chaudhary, thank you.
Before,
Sorry.
you have to realize
Can we
that.
just next person? I'm sorry. Okay, we're done. We're closing.
No, I said that I like to speak and I filled out this, but I